What is the difference between executing a bash script versus sourcing it? What is the difference between executing a bash script like A and sourcing a bash script like B?
Both sourcing and executing the script will run the commands in the script line by line, as if you type those commands by hand line by line. The differences are: when you execute the script, you are opening a new shell. Type the commands in the new shell, copy the output back to your current shell, then close the new shell. Any changes to environment will take effect only in the new shell and will be lost once the new shell is closed. When you source the script, you are typing the commands in your current shell. Any changes to the environment will take effect and stay in your current shell. The environment are things like the current working directory and environment variables. Also shell settings, among others history and completion features. There are more, but those are the most visible. Use source if you want the script to change the environment in your currently running shell. Use execute otherwise. If you want more details, please read on. Terminology. To clarify some common confusion about the syntax to execute and the syntax to source. Syntax to execute. This will execute my script provided that the file is executable and located in the current directory. The leading dot and slash denotes the current directory. This is necessary because the current directory is usually not, and usually should not be, in $path. This will execute my script if the file is executable and located in some directory in $path. Syntax to source. This will source my script. The file need not be executable, but it must be a valid shell script. The file can be in current directory or in a directory in $path. This will also source my script. This spelling is the official one as defined by POSIX. Bash defined source as an alias to the dot. And for completeness, this will terminate the current shell and then execute my script in place of the terminated shell. That means when my script is done, there's no shell to return to. Exec is powerful but rarely needed. I put some links at the end for more information on these topics. Demonstration. Consider myscript.sh with following content. Before we execute the script, first we check the current environment. The variable foo is not defined and we are in the home directory. Now we execute the file. Check the environment again. The variable foo is not set and the working directory did not change. The script output clearly shows that the variable was set and the directory was changed. The check afterwards show that the variable is not set and the directory not changed. What happened? The changes were made in a new shell. The current shell spawned a new shell to run the script. The script is running in the new shell and all changes to the environment take effect in the new shell. After the script is done, the new shell is destroyed. All changes to the environment in the new shell are destroyed with the new shell. Only the output text is printed in the current shell. Now we source the file. Check the environment again. The variable foo is set and the working directory has changed. Sourcing the script does not create a new shell. All commands are run in the current shell and changes to the environment take effect in the current shell. Note that in this simple example the output of executing is the same as sourcing the script. This is not necessarily always the case. Another demonstration. Consider following script pid.sh. The special variable $expands to the PID of the current running shell process. First print the PID of the current shell. Source the script. Execute the script, note the PID. Source again. Execute again. You can see that sourcing the script runs in the same process while executing the script creates a new process every time. That new process is the new shell which was created for the execution of the script. Sourcing the script does not create a new shell and thus the PID stays the same. Summary. Sourcing a script will run the commands in the current shell process. Changes to the environment take effect in the current shell. Executing a script will run the commands in a new shell process. Changes to the environment take effect in the new shell and is lost when the script is done and the new shell is terminated. Use source if you want the script to change the environment in your currently running shell. Use execute otherwise. See also. This URL, this URL, this URL.
Executing a script runs it in a separate child process, i.e., a separate instance of shell is invoked to process the script. This means that any environment variables etc. defined in the script can't be updated in the parent, current, shell. Sourcing a script means that it is parsed and executed by the current shell itself. It's as if you type the contents of the script. For this reason, the script being sourced need not be executable. But it has to be executable if you're executing it, of course. If you have positional arguments in the current shell, they're unchanged. So if I have a file .sh containing, and I do, I get something like whereas gives me hope that helps.
In addition to above, executing the script as /myscript requires execute permission for file myscript while sourcing does not require any execute permission. That is why chmod plus x myscript is not required before source myscript.
Sourcing is essentially the same as typing each line of the script in at the command prompt one at a time. Execution starts a new process and then runs each line of the script, only modifying the current environment by what it returns.